Okay, so I want to share with you that the other day, a couple weeks, well, I don't know, I'm losing track of time, that I literally went into, like, I screamed at my husband, I've lost my voice. I'm sick. I actually have COVID, but I screamed at my husband, and I've probably screamed at him like that 3 times in 18 years. And here's the thing. I woke up with a raspy voice. I didn't get this whole COVID thing until a couple days later, blah, blah, blah. But boy, something in me was just activated. And I don't want to go into the whole story of like the why I was screaming, but here's what it did. I dug deep. Like, all couples, all relationships, friendships, all of it, we have their work. They take work and they bring our stuff up. And when we ignore that and we're not honest about it is when the breakdowns happen. So it was super interesting because it was right around the new year, and it was like he and I just had this like amazing purging session. Well, I started it, and all of this stuff came out. And it was kind of like a medicine ceremony. If you've ever done ayahuasca, it was like a deep purge. And it was like I was in it and yelling and screaming. And I am not a yeller. I'm peaceful. Namaste. I'm in the spiritual realm. Blah, blah, blah. Which is all blah, blah, blah. Right? I'm also a human being. And so sometimes shit just gets real. So it got real. But here's the greatest thing about it. It was the best. It cleared so much from me. It cleared so much from him. And it's clearing. And ultimately, it's bringing us closer together. And we're starting the new year off in a cleaner space. So as we did this purge, and maybe I definitely wasn't graceful. I definitely wasn't like in my spiritual leadership, but I was in my rawness. I was in a human moment, and I got to clean up, right? Like if there was anything where I needed to clean up, I'm cleaning it up, right? Like so, but it was powerful. And it was like, I felt like something was working through me and that it needed to happen. So I had my heart really broken over Christmas. I've been talking about this a little bit. I'm not going to go into the story right now, but my heart was broken, and it was related to some things that were going on with he and I. And the fact that I was able to scream and get it out and have passion around him and myself and the situation, it was actually very, very healing. Now, I'm not recommending to go and scream and yell at your partner or your friendships. What I'm actually saying is that listen to your heart. My heart was hurting, and my heart wanted to be heard. My heart wanted to be seen. So if you're hiding your voice or you're hiding your heart, any part of it, it may not doesn't need to look like a screaming match, like a thing that I did. Maybe you get to go sing it out. Maybe you get to go write it out. Maybe you get to go run it out, hike it out, go sit near a tree and tell the tree all your deepest, darkest secrets. Purge it out. The beginning of this year, I am noticing people are sick, things are rocking, people are actually dying, heart attacks. I just got 2 messages today of people passing away. Stuff is happening and moving. So let's start the year clear. Let's start the year clean. And it's a little messy, and that's okay. And if you're like, oh my gosh, it's not messy for me, yay! Yay, but get real with yourself and do an inventory of where you are so that you can purge out anything that's getting in the way of you rocking out 2022. Because it's going to be a very big year, as I've said multiple times. And here's another thing I want to say just quickly is that spirituality it's not rainbow and unicorns and new agey stuff all the time. It's really not. It's real. It's about loving yourself, self-acceptance, feeling it, and getting messy sometimes. And here's the thing, I do a lot of work, I meditate, I lead people, and I'm human, and I allow myself to feel, and I allow myself to get it wrong sometimes, and I allow myself to fail. But when I fail forward. I fail forward. In the past, I failed backwards, and I would go into self-pity. Doesn't work. It is the time of purging right now. I can feel it. And I'm going to come and bring it back to medicine ceremony. It's okay if you've never done it. But there's a cycle. With ayahuasca, there is a process. You begin the meditation, oftentimes you will purge and release, and you're getting out the yuck, right? Like you're getting out the yuck in the 12 steps of AA. It's very much a purge. It's like realizing you're powerless over something. I don't love the word powerless, but that's a whole other video. Realizing that you don't have control over something, and then you accept that, and then you purge all of the stuff out. The leadership programs I've done, we purge and we purge and we purge, because if we're holding stuff in our field, we're not going to be in authentic power. We're not going to be in integrity, and we're not going to be in our leadership. So let's start 2022 and purge it out. And again, I'm not recommending like screaming and yelling at your partners or your friends, but if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. I also know my husband, I'm safe with my husband, and he's going to be able, and I'm going to love myself through it, and we're going to love each other through it. But it all started from a heartache that I kind of ignored and was like pushing down, and then I was like, no, this gets to be out on the table. So whatever it is, get it out on the table. And if you're like, I don't want to talk to that person, write a letter. Go tell a tree in the forest. But get it out of your system. Get it out of you so that you can be clear, you can be clean and less cloudy, and moving into 2022 with clarity, focus, rigor, love, flow, joy, so you can rock out the results that you want to have in your life. Freedom. I swear, screaming was the best freedom for me. That worked for me. That was my medicine. And I probably won't do that for another 10 years. All right. My name is Beth Osmer, and I'm sending you so much love. We are currently enrolling into the Spiritual Warrior Mastery Program. If you'd like to hear more about that and apply, I will leave the link to my personal calendar down below where you can apply and sign up to speak with me one-on-one. It's an amazing program that is guaranteed to change your life. But if you'd like to learn more, the link is down below. My name is Beth Osmer, and I will see you on the next video.